everyone, Tim Schofield here, and Motorola just sent over their iconic lineup of their new Razr phones for 2025. The Razr and brand new, the Razr Ultra. We're gonna check out the Razr Ultra, which is Motorola's flagship flip phone, and Motorola is leading the charge. They somehow fit a 4,700 milliamp hour battery, a lot of flagship specs as well, and the Razr's no joke either, but we'll check that out in a separate video soon. Make sure you subscribe so you're notified when that video goes live, but again, let's check out the flagship, the Razr Ultra. A quick look at what comes in the box, and then of course some hands-on with this very premium phone. Let's get started. Here's the 2025 Razr Ultra from Motorola inside the box. Let's see what we get. Opening it up, as usual, standard getting started guide booklets, SIM ejection tool, and a USB Type-C. This is a USB Type-C to C cable for charging. Bonus little orange accent on the inside. That was quick. Finally, in the box, you have your Razr Ultra with an AI button on the side with the logo there. Now, here we go. Let's peel this on off. Man, I feel like I'm getting worse and worse at doing this as the years go by. This is actually the world's first smartphone crafted with Alcantara. As you can see, some information right there. And peeling this off will reveal that Pantone color. This is the Scarab. Oh my gosh, look at that stitching. This looks insane. You've got that softer touch feel with sort of a faux leather feeling to the outside. Anyways, I'm gonna boot this phone up for the first time, and while it turns on, let's take a closer look at that hardware and, you know, lack of that crease on the inside. Man, this color is really clean, that subtle green look to it. Obviously, this is folded up down at the bottom here. Microphones, speaker, USB Type-C port, and our SIM card slot. Moving along on the right side here is where our volume rockers and power button are. Make note there is a little bit of a camera bump with that dual camera system. A closer look at that hinge, which also just has that sort of subtle texture looking to it. And then on the left side is where that AI button is. Looks like another microphone on the side as well. And let's flip that open so you can see the hinge mechanism. Feels really premium in the hand to open and close. And just another quick look at that back color. I have to say Motorola has a lot of insanely cool color options for the Razr and Razr Ultra this year. Big props to them for actually doing that. A lot of companies are getting a little dull with their color combinations, in my opinion. Taking a look at that dual camera system, a 50 megapixel main sensor with optical image stabilization and a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. So you are missing that telephoto lens, which is pretty common in flip phones. Now that our phone's booted up, let's run through the startup process. I'll talk about anything that's noteworthy. That power button has an embedded fingerprint scanner. Setting it up, setting our thumb down. This should be very quick and accurate. I will make note, haptic feedback feels very premium, as you would expect for a phone of this price when I was typing, and now it's giving haptic feedback. You can add more if you'd like. Make sure you don't remove the pre-installed screen protector that's on the inside display. And you do have Motorola's custom software that's on top of Android. You've got a lot of tips. You can personalize your phone and the Motorola app. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Go to my home screen and check out that display. Not just the front display, but also that outside display. Big thanks to NOLA Mattress for sponsoring this video. NOLA is an award-winning mattress company known for its cooling technology, exceptional pressure relief, and long-lasting durability. All of it conveniently shipped to your doorstep in a box, which was crazy, but a lot of fun to set up. It was really simple to set up. I put it on my bed frame and just cut the plastic and watched it do its thing. It was actually really fun and cool to watch. I chose the NOLA Evolution mattress in luxury firm. There are different ones to choose from for all types of sleepers on their website. Also really nice, the mattress included those 2 free pillows as well. Personally, I'm a big side sleeper and really don't like those mattresses that are way too soft or way too firm. I like something somewhat right in the middle, maybe a little more on the firm side. And this mattress was a big upgrade from my last one. I already noticed I sleep better, especially on my side, and it's more comfortable when I'm just relaxing in bed, maybe doing a little reading. Also, NOLA offers a 120-night sleep trial, a long time, just so you can make sure you love the mattress. NOLA mattresses have a limited lifetime warranty, and there's also financing options and flexible payment plans. I really do love this NOLA mattress. I think you will too. If you're looking to upgrade your sleep, head to NOLAmattress.com and use my code to get an extra $50 off your NOLA mattress and 2 free pillows with select mattresses. Everything will be linked in the description. The inside display is 7 inches above 1080p at 1224 by 2912 resolution. This is a foldable LTPO AMOLED display up to 165 hertz refresh rate, which seems like the higher refresh rates enabled out of the box. On top of that, I wanted to point out how really good this phone looks. You can barely even feel that there's a crease. Let's turn the screen off so you can really see. So it is there. I mean, if you're really thinking about it, you can tell that there's just a very slight bump right there. But once that phone is on and unlocked, you really just can't even tell it's there. Motorola has done a really good job basically removing that crease on their phones. And like I said before, really no gap either once it's closed, and just a very premium feeling device when you open and close it. Display settings out of the box, the colors are set to more natural. You can bump them up to vivid. You can change your color temperature on the fly and set them to radiant as well, whatever you like. Also, that display refresh rate's smart and balanced, so it will change depending on the content that is shown. That'll help with battery life. If you want the smoothest, I assume it's going to bump it up to the highest. Gaming is when you can take advantage of that 165 hertz, or efficiency first, which will bump it down to 60 hertz. Yeah, so right now this is 60 hertz for sure. On to what makes this phone so functional, that outside display. This is a 4-inch LTPO AMOLED display as well at 1272 by 1080, so a really high resolution for a 4-inch display, also up to 165 hertz. If you do have an app open, just press and hold this bottom icon and it will switch to a full screen experience, or an experience that cuts out the cameras and you can still access those notifications to see those icons. Speaking of, those notifications are accessible, which is one of my favorite parts. I can see if I even need to flip open my phone. Swiping through, you have some quick shortcuts to all of your apps. You can add basically any application you want, which was one of the really nice perks of these Motorola flip phones. Calendar, weather, you can completely synchronize or customize all of these widgets that are on these screens, and games. They have a lot of really fun games here. If you pinch in, you can see all of your pages. Tap to quickly jump to them. You can edit them, get rid of them. You can add more. There's Spotify, stopwatch, timer, widgets, apps, Google Stock. And swiping down will get you to your quick shortcuts so you can turn your hotspot on and off, battery saver, and just a lot more. Again, all without having to flip open your phone. And when I say all apps, I really mean it. Here's Google Maps working just fine. It's all very smooth. I can tell that higher refresh rate's enabled as well. There's a look at Scranton, Pennsylvania, if you're interested. Swiping up and pausing will get you to your apps that have been opened, and you can quick swap like you're using a normal phone. And obviously a really big one is being able to use those main camera lenses on a front-facing camera, so to speak. I'm going to flip this over. It's going to look a little bit better, but actually pretty impressed considering how bright this light is behind me. It's exposing my face really well. You can go ahead and just tap anywhere on the screen and it's going to take a picture, so that's nice. It doesn't have to be a specific shutter button. You can tap anywhere and take those pictures. Now, let's talk about this button on the side and Moto AI in general. There is an app on your home screen now with a few different ways for creativity and productivity. Pressing and holding on this side button, it brings up a sort of an intro to Moto AI as well, and you have to sign into your Moto account to use it. Once that's done, you can ask or search for something, you can create a new wallpaper, play games, have it say pay attention, which is a really cool one. It'll record, transcribe, and summarize meetings and other things that you're doing. So if I start recording, it's going to start transcribing, it will record and summarize everything, and I think it does it in the background. So let me close out of it, go back to it. Yes, and it's still going, so you can still continue to use your phone. Once I hit stop, you'll see it's processing. It's going up to the top. Your note is ready. Tap to open. That was really quick. Summary, the phone app records, transcribes audio in the background, allowing continued phone use. So that was a good summarization. Unfortunately, that AI key can't be customized to a specific action. It seems like press and hold will bring up Moto AI or no action, and you can change the hold duration. Going to double press, you can either do pay attention, catch me up, or just no action. So that's kind of up to you how you want to do it. Tapping it once isn't going to do anything. Like I said, you have to press and hold for it to activate that Moto AI. Opening up the camera application, let's just snap a couple quick pictures. You'll see you can angle it in a bunch of different angles to take pictures or do whatever you want to do with it, or just have it sit up for you, which is really nice. This is about the angle that you can set it at without it, you know, flipping out on its own. It's actually really good at doing this. Anyways, quick shutter speed test. Seems to be pretty good. It's actually missing a couple button presses that on other flagship phones that would work. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. And switching to that 0.5x ultra wide angle lens that is also 50 megapixels. And there's a macro mode, so you can get really close to your lens and it will be able to focus on very close objects. Of note, this 2x button is just digital zoom, so keep that in mind. And if I want to zoom in, I can zoom in all the way up to 30x. Something nice, the external display can also be on while you're taking pictures, so the person you're taking photos of can see themselves. Motorola also offers a natural or more signature Moto color style. It's using AI as an image master. For video mode, you can use a camcorder mode like an old school camcorder, which is nice. You know, you can hold it. It's pretty comfortable to do, and you can keep things a little bit more steady. You'll see Dolby Vision up at the top. You can record all the way up to 4K 60 frames per second or 8K 60 frames per second. I don't know if I've actually, okay, it bumps it down. Never mind. If you tap on 60 frames per second, it jumps it back to 4K. I don't know why it doesn't remove 60 frames when I switch over to 8K. But anyways, 8K 30 frames per second. You do have portrait mode at different focal lengths, a pro mode, which is always nice and useful. And here's more, a lot of different camera options. Within the Moto app, there's a lot of customizations you can make, personalizing color, font, icon shape, and just some more gestures. There's a lot of good, useful gestures in here, like fast flashlight, the chop, the standard Motorola gestures that have been useful for years. Going back to our outer display, let's test that fingerprint scanner. So setting our finger down, it will unlock and go straight to the screen. I'm not pressing the button, I'm just unlocking, and right away it does unlock it. So it's very quick and snappy. For fun, let's try this perfect piano game that I've never played. Nice. I'm basically a musician at this point. So anyways, there are a lot of fun ones. That free kick football is a ton of fun. And you can just quick stack bounce is also a lot of fun. Let's play that real quick. You basically just go down. You gotta... Whoops. I'll actually show you how to do this. Is it the... Okay, it's the yellow. I thought it was the yellow. Hang on. I'm really struggling in this video. And you just go down and down as fast as you can. There we go. It's starting to get kind of a groove. Oh, and I didn't beat the level. But anyways, like I said, these are a lot of fun. They're actually a little addictive. And of course, with a flip phone, one-handed flip open test. Accidentally opened the clock there for some reason. Let's do it again. There we go. Flip and closed. It's very easy to do. This phone's actually pretty light overall. It's actually pretty impressive considering the flagship specs that it has. But it's easy to flip open and close with one hand. And you can flip it open and set your thumb down really easy and get using it. Anyways, that is it from me for now on the brand new Razr Ultra from Motorola. Like I said, 2025 regular Razr videos coming soon. I'll compare these, I'll take pictures, show some differences, so be sure to subscribe when that goes live. Anyways, drop a comment, let me know what you think. These are getting really good, I have to say. Very, very solid build quality, of course. I love the large front display, and just a quality phone overall. So let me know what you think. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.